Hello everyone, it's me again, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Entertainment Software Rating Board, or simply put, the ESRB. And I'm sorry, I got a little tongue-tied there before I even began my little sentence, or whatever you call it. But yeah, the ESRB is the Entertainment Software Rating Board. And guess what they rate? They rate video games. The Movie Commission rates the movies, the the music in like the record companies regulate, I guess, the parental advisories, and the ESRB, and I'm gonna get the last of this down again. Basically came up with this. Now I'm gonna talk about what the government has forgotten, the government's dirty little secret about the video game industry. They caused the Entertainment Software Rating Board. And, yeah, they refused to admit it. But they caused it after a game called Night Trap on the Sega CD, which was an add-on for the Sega Saturn, which led to the tumor which is known as the Sega 32X. But yeah, they made that. They said you got a year to come up with your own rating system. That's what the U.S. government said, and other governments around the world had said. But it was mainly the U.S. because we have to have symbols for everything. But yeah, they refused to even acknowledge they made that, and then they blame video games. And parents, man, some of them refuse to look on the box. On the back of the box, where in my last video I basically told you what to look for. These right here, these are where the contents are, and if you want to look further, well, back in the day, if you wanted to look further, there were instruction booklets, but not anymore, because they had to save those couple cents on freaking man. They had to save those couple cents on paper, and they it's funny, but yeah, the U.S. government refuses to acknowledge it. And I think I know why, because when they need a scapegoat for the mass shootings or terrorist attacks or homegrown terrorist attacks, they point to video games and call them murder simulators. Now, let me get this straight. You go after video games, but you don't go after movies? You don't go after music? Well, you did go after music, sorry. You don't go after maybe the dude was insane to begin with. Maybe the dude wasn't right in the head. Maybe somebody should have watched him. No, you blame video games even though you, or who, if a government official is watching this, you put up the rating board in the first place. You said you gotta do this or you can't make these games and they can't be sold. You made it happen. Yet you ignore it. Everything else in the entertainment industry you don't ignore. Well, you do, but to a small extent, if it's the movie industry or the music industry where you try to destroy something after it's just gossip. This is why I don't watch the news anymore. This is why I don't watch TV. All it is stupid reality shows. I make my own entertainment. thus is probably why video games are becoming the most dominant entertainment um media out there. They need to point something at a scapegoat, man. They need to make a scapegoat out of something. Oh, it's video games. No, no, I can list a ton of things that video games have done to help other people. You just refuse to see it. Let me go on Fox News or CNN or freaking CBS. I could destroy any argument they make in a second. And that's no exaggeration. I really could. Um However, they don't want to see that. They continue to play, oh, it's the video games. No, it's the corrupt individual. Or in the kid that got jailed and is now facing prison time on the League of Legends. Sheer stupidity. Sheer stupidity. And people go to jail for lesser crimes with drugs and extortion. I'm not going to say murder. But yeah, people go to jail for lesser crimes. And they're wanting to impose a tax. Joe Biden went on record and said this. They're wanting to impose a tax. Taxing entertainment is like taxing the air. It can't be done. You tax entertainment, more of it's going to be pirate. This is where I would encourage piracy. If the government taxed video games or movies, this is where I would encourage it. If you pirate, if they impose this law, pirate the game, and then just do that. Because then they'll say, oh shit, we can't impose a tax on these people because none of it's getting sold. You know? And the thing is, this is where I think digital distribution would come in handy, right? Take out the physical copy, there's nothing for them to tax. You just have like a $59.99, which is 60. All you gotta pay is like the $60. You're good. You don't gotta worry about jack shit. Cut out the middleman. You cut out the tax. This is why I do think digital distribution in this aspect. Like if they do tax violent video games, they're going to find a way around it. Politicians, there's nothing you can do. They're gonna find a way around it. They'll cut out the middleman. They'll cut out the retail stores. They'll cut out all of that. And when that happens, your retail chains are gonna take a hit. Because video games sell like more than box office movies. Um, which I find is funny because most movies today are crap. Um, But yeah, the government can't impose a tax because all the industry will do is find a workaround, which is digital distribution. But I don't see this happening before the end of this next console generation. When they finally impose it, that's when digital distribution will take over. As simple as that. When digital distribution takes over, there's no tax. There's no tax on it. You can get the game for as much as it really is. $59.99, $60, no tax whatsoever. So you can't tax video games in the long run because they'll find a workaround. And I'm the only one that saw that, I think. I'm the only one that saw that. As soon as they switch to distribution, or digital distribution, which is, for those of you that don't know, I'm just going over this for the people that don't know. Digital distribution is where you go on the PlayStation 4, or PlayStation, what did I say 4? PlayStation Store, and you, basically go and just download the full game. No physical copy, no nothing. And you don't gotta pay tax. Which it's $60 across the board, not 65. So this is my message to the U.S. government. Impose a tax. They'll find a workaround, which in the long run is digital distribution. And the PlayStation Store and Xbox Live have already implemented a system like that. And what they're going to end up doing, from what I see with the used game thing, they'll have used sections in the interface of the PlayStation Store, or Xbox Live, or anything like that in the near future after this upcoming console generation. So you can have new and used software. But video game tax will never take place. It won't be successful because by the time you do it, by the time the US government, Australia, and them do it, it'll be digital distribution across the board. Thus, you can't make any money off of it. So, like I said, it's like taxing the air. It doesn't work. If you could find a way to tax the air, you would. But you can't. Same with video games. It's an untouchable medium now. Because you can just go down there and download it. You can tax the physical copy, yeah. But as soon as you do that, mark my words, people will be downloading that crap off the PlayStation 4 or why did I play? Yeah, let's just go with PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One because that's the upcoming generation. As soon as you tax it, they'll go to the PlayStation Store or Xbox Live, download the digital copy, which is tax free, I might add, and play games that way. They don't even need to go to the store anymore. Or go to a Walmart or a GameStop or a game. That'll be the death of GameStop, man. You know, like there's no way you can tax video games now. Because I can pull up the PlayStation Store right now. Well, I can't because my webcam's quality is crap. But I can pull that up and show you the digital copies which you can't tax. There's as soon as when it says $59.99, it's $60 across the board. No tax, no nothing. So you have no way of taxing video games. No possible way. So I'm going to leave that at that, and I will come back to you guys in the near future.